Hi, Metro Taco here. I thought one good thing for polyglots is always to have a story. So if you go to Laoshu 55,000, you go to Glossica, you go to Kamushi-chan, they all have stories or something to associate themselves with. So I thought I should just follow suit and, take heed in that tradition. So, my polyglot story. Okay, so it started when I was around 6. My parents had just divorced, and I had a Spanish nanny. And every day we just go there, and we just be watched until my dad gets off of work or my stepmom can't pick us up. So I was the biggest Dragon Ball Z fan, like, ever, and it's crazy. I didn't know what the name of the show was for the first 3 months, but I'm pretty sure I woke up at 4 a.m. for 3 months in total to just watch this show that I had no clue the name of was. So eventually I figured out what the name of the show was because I saw the opening. I was like, Dragon Ball Z, and then I watched all the episodes, and there's an episode where Piccolo is fighting. I think he's fighting either Vegeta or Piccolo is fighting someone from the Tree of Might series. And, there's this line that Piccolo comes floating down. He goes, "Is that all?" Like, he asks like that question. I learned that line by heart. So my nanny's watching us. We're all having fun. And she usually takes over the TV at like 5 p.m. because she wants to watch I don't know, something caliente. I don't know what the name of the show was, but it was on Telemundo. That's all I know. So she turns to it, and then she starts saying stuff in Spanish. And by then, I'm a kid. I'm not paying attention to what my nanny's saying, so I don't even notice it. So I see the episode that I'm in love with, like with Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, wow, Dragon Ball Z on this weird channel that I don't get at home because by then I didn't have cable. So it's the same line, same part where Piccolo's coming down, and I go, "Is that it?" Thinking I knew the line, and Piccolo says, "Eso es todo." Now, I knew those episodes. Piccolo knew I knew those episodes, but clearly me and him got lost in translation. So I start freaking out because, like, I'm thinking two things. One, English is the only thing I've ever spoken before. At that time, English was the only thing I spoke. It really hit me because I never understood the concept that other people had their own English. There are people who speak differently than me. That concept didn't hit me as a child because, as a child you're not really focused on the world around you or how you affect others. So that was like the last of my thoughts. So from there, I start freaking out, and then when my dad gets home and I start like asking him all these questions and stuff like that, he goes, "Yeah, there's Spanish, there's Creole." He's like, "Your Aunt Paulie, she's from Haiti and she speaks Creole. That's a different language." And like this was like blowing my mind. And from there, that's the first time I actually started picking up Spanish phrases from the nanny. And then I kind of waited off. I went into like math and mechanical engineering and all sorts of stuff, like physics and stuff. I did that when I was a kid. So that was what occupied my time until I was around in high school, when I was like, I really want to learn Japanese. And I was really into this show called Norame Cantabile. It was really into it when I was in high school. Like, I love the music, I love the characters, but the series started coming out in 2002, 2003, and to translate it, it took about a month for each volume to come out. So in my head, I'm like, oh, if I learn Japanese, mathematically speaking, I can catch up on all the volumes within 3 months if I learn within a year, rather than wait 2.5 years for it to finish. That was the math that it worked out to be. So I picked up a Pimsleur's Japanese from the library, and I tried, failed miserably. Like, I tried to study all this grammar all the time. I tried to study, I tried to copy the wrong habits, like, studying graphs and things of nature, which they do play their role, but however, it was like the fundamental thing I was doing because that's the way education is, you know, usually filtered into people. So naturally, I applied that same filter to the information that I received in those grammar books and the language books. So after that, I graduated, and I was 18, and I started school and got my, you know, started doing my computer science courses and did my honors courses. And I was like, and I didn't take any language courses before then. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna dedicate a whole year to Japanese and see where I go. So that's when I found All Japanese All the Time, and I really liked the method that he employed. Like, there was a academic part to it, but at the same time, academia and fun really didn't mix until I was already in college. So that's when those lessons actually kicked in, that you can actually have fun with something you want to learn. So after that, I picked up a lot of manga. I have a shit ton of manga in my house, like right here. And I just started reading it. I didn't understand a word. Like, the first series I picked up 22 volumes of Konjiki no Gashuberu, or Zatch Bell in English. Really good series, check it out. I picked up 22 volumes. Now, this was the first time I ever went to the Japanese book off store. And usually people get carts and they get like the little trolley things to put your items in. Well, this came in a 22 volume set. So the smartest thing I could think of doing is picking it up like a barrel and taking it downstairs. So this 6'5" black man sitting in a Japanese bookstore, taller than everyone else, is picking up books like barrels to go buy the manga. So it was actually $30, which is a steal. 22 volumes of manga for $30 is, buy it if you're really that interested in it. And then I started buying. I bought all of Death Note. I bought all of the things that I'm used to watching. I mean, it even went so far as I used to buy. I actually have Japanese versions of English movies, and the amount of listening I did really translated over into me being interested in languages in general, because I learned a lot about the history of kanji and the history of hiragana, and it started with Japanese, and then I moved on to German, which is like the funnest thing ever. Like, German, just everything sounds so hardcore in German. Let's see. After that, I took a French course in college. Hated it. The teacher was real. I'm not going to say he was a bad teacher. However, those methods that I had used before to try to learn Japanese, he definitely did those same methods and amplified them, and it just didn't resonate with me. I took Gaelic in my junior year of college with this really nice teacher. She was from Dublin. Wonderful teacher. Like, she taught the way I learned, so I learned a lot of Gaelic. It's kind of rusty now, but I can still actually carry on a decent conversation. And that's how we got started. I mean, now there's Chinese, Russian, a few other languages on the books. But that's pretty much how my story started. It started with me watching an episode of Dragon Ball Z and learning that other people have their own versions of English. So thank you for watching. I hope my story actually gets you interested in languages, no matter what your age is. To be fair, and I've met people from the ages of 80 to 10 years old who want to learn multiple languages. So it all starts with just your story. So if you guys have your own story, or have, like, you know, some kind of moment that really solidified it for you, please put that in the comment section. Like and subscribe to the channel. This is a brand new channel, and I'm trying to bring as much content as humanly possible. You can always email me at metrotaku@gmail.com, and have a wonderful day. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Bye.